Hey guys, this is Bumblebee85 coming at you with another video review. This time I'm hitting the Transformers again with another masterpiece review, and in my unboxing from BBTS, the Big Bad Toy Store, I had a little poll going on as to which one of these three items you would like to see reviewed next. And the viewers spoke, all two of you, three of you if you include me watching my own video. We have Masterpiece Ironhide was the winner of that fan poll choice that I had going on with that video. So tracks will be coming soon. These are a little older, but I hope to get them out soon. And then we also have Hot Rodimus. I hope to get him out. He's an updated version of Hot Rodimus we've already had. But Ironhide is an all-new figure. This is what I'm going to be busting out of the package right now. This is the traditional Masterpiece box that we get with most of our Masterpieces. Ironhide here seems to be a different, now a newer size box. The traditional cars were coming in a box kind of like this. So it is a little smaller because it is a van. So it is fully licensed by Nissan. And this is the package. We get an image on the side with the Masterpiece Transformers logo across the top. A bunch of Japanese stuff on the bottom. Another image of the actual figure in vehicle mode on the other side. And on the back, a bunch of images showing what he can actually do and all the accessories that he comes with. So I'm trying to make this video quick and easy, because I am actually touching this for the first time myself, so I'm trying not to waste too much time. Now, right out of the box, he comes packaged in this plastic shell, and I just sliced here and here, pop the top off, and we're getting to the items inside. And it also comes in a baggie with some instructions. This card with some nice art on it. It says MP27. Whoever thought we would actually get that high? Crazy from owning the first MP Optimus there. MP01. And there's some text specs on the bottom. It's all Japanese. Couldn't tell you what it means. This piece here, which I'll show off later, that actually slides into his chest. A little further out of the packaging, there is a whole other shell within the shell of plastic with a bunch of hands, an extra face, some blast effects, and a jetpack, and some alternate hand utility things with a little radar dish. And we have the battle sled here with these accessories, which I'll show off quickly as I go through. And Ironhide actually out of the package here. And here is Ironhide out of the package. Comes with this sled full of accessories, which I'll go through, and you'll be able to see which ones you like to best display him with. Put that to the side, but he rolls nicely. He has nice blue clear tinted windows. With their tires are not rubber, they are a hard plastic, or they are plastic. They roll really nicely. But you can also, he comes with this spring-loaded sunroof piece here where you can like just stub in any gun that he comes with, and you can roll with the gun on the top, of, like most of the other Masterpiece toys have going for them. When you pull it out, there's no hole. And then he has these two pistols that also have storage underneath in vehicle mode, so you can store these guns underneath. They just click right into these slots, so it gives him some firepower to travel with instead of having to bring this sled full of gear and ammo, because he is Ironhide. He has this nice fading yellow stripe across the side, nice metal door handles, or chrome door handles, chrome rims, the bumper, but he's got a nice prominent Autobot logo right on the front. And you also have like the tail lights with the blinkers and the brake lights right on there. There's actually no Nissan logo on the vehicle anywhere. There is a little hole, circle area there where maybe the Nissan logo would go, but surprisingly enough, there is no Nissan logo on the vehicle at all. It's got the handle. More windshield wiper on the back and the front. So that's his vehicle mode. Here's Ironhide's vehicle mode, and paired with the other masterpieces scale wise. I'm not sure how he scales with the Countach. I know it's a smaller type van in general, but the Countach is very flat. So I think it scales well. I don't know how well it scales to a Mack truck there. But he is smaller than Optimus, and I do feel like he should be a little smaller than Optimus. And a little larger than Ironhide. So, and he is also meant to be shown coming out of Optimus Prime's trailer. So, you just open the back, and this pulls out, and he is meant to actually fit inside the trailer. And you can store them in there, ship them like that, just like all the rest of the masterpieces that have been released so far. They have all meant to be fitting inside of Optimus' trailer. I've done the mod on his shoulders, and I actually feel like there's more gappage now than there was before, but I like how it looks in robot mode. The shoulders are more square, and the ratchety joint is now underneath. So it looks better in robot mode, and I'll be displaying it more in robot mode anyway, so I'm not too worried about the gappage, which actually there really isn't too much, so I'm still happy. This is his instruction sheet. Fairly detailed, fairly large, but fairly detailed. Transforming him into robot mode, you just simply pop this top off, flip out these side panels that form the arms, then you can section out the rear tires get folded in on this hinge joint here, tuck into his legs, then this side piece flips over and covers the tire. You do both sides, and this side panel here flips down to cover the sides of the tires. You can pull the legs down one notch, separate them, actually turn them at the knees, spin the toe around, the heel spurs flip up from forming the bumper. These side front tires just pull out, and fenders just pull them out. Then you want to get that popped off the front there a little bit, and then when forming the arms, you kind of just get those out of the way there. So you have this piece here. When you get it out, you just accordion it under, but you got to make sure that these windows are tucked up under also. And then you can feed it through, and then it sits on the bottom of the actual top of the front of the van roof hood there. You can snap these shoulder pieces in so they're not flopping around. So then you can come and press this chest in. It flops at first, but then you just push it on and it fits nicely. You can bring his feet down, rotate these side skirts to the back, and then there's a little notch in the side of the tire. Go into the back of the buttocks there. Do that with both of them. They sit there and nice and secure. The mask, the face just easily just pops right off. But it does stay. I've heard others have worse problems in that. Then you have these hook thingies here which clamp down around the shoulders to hold them in place. You do that on both sides, and that holds them in there. You can rotate the shoulders, then open up the accordion out, flip out the hand, close it, and then there's a little notch there that they just meet up, and close it up the forearm. So you open it up, accordion it out, flip out the hand, and just close it back up on itself. And there. This chest too, you got to remember to flip out this bottom piece here. So you flip that out, and then it gives them a little bit of an abdomen area there. Stays on pretty tight, and you just push the chest on and it stays. I did the shoulder mod, and it doesn't add any more articulation. It just puts the flat surface on the top and the ratchety joint on the bottom. And that's actually the way it shows in the instructions, that the shoulder should have been applied that way. And I'm sure Ratchet, I'm not sure, I don't have Ratchet, but I think he already comes assembled like this. So they did some backwards assembly there. He's got some pretty decent articulation. Things just keep getting better and better. People had a lot of naysaying about these hip panels here on the side for Ironhide here, and the butt tires. But looking at him, and he is very, very pretty. I can't believe, like, at first I was like, no to the hip panels and no to the butt tires. Why didn't they have these panels that just actually flipped around and like covered up the back area? And I'm sure they could have figured something out, but it doesn't look bad. He does not look bad in person at all. I completely lose those hip panels. You don't even see them. They're streamlined in there nicely, and everything is filled in nicely. Even like people have complained about the waist area, but he does have a waist swivel here. The swivel actually stops from there. Like, there's nothing blocking it. Must be something inside that swivels from there to there. You cannot get past. There's nothing blocking it. So that is his waist swivel. And his head is on a ball joint, so he has some nice tilting action. Let's set him down here so he's in the camera. He has some side to side action, and he does have an extra neck joint in here, which makes him look further forward, and he can look back about that far, and his head rotates. So his arms are on a ratchety tooth groove joint here. You can see the different grooves. There is a mod you can do where the arms actually flip up and around and face this way. So this arm would now be facing this way, which he does have wrist swivels with a finger joint that moves all 4 fingers at once. There's no individual finger movement. And the arms have a bicep swivel, a 90-degree elbow joint also. He does have these hip skirts, which when they're folded out further, then he can like kick further. So it kind of hides the robot parts under this little flap here. You can kick back about that far. You can go do the splits about that far, and there is a ball joint in there, so you can rotate that. And then he does have a twisting at the knee, and almost a 90-degree knee cut, and maybe gives a 1-click past the knee. So you kind of want him 1 click there, but he can actually go 1 click forward. He does have nice slight ankle tilt actually, and the toe does pivot due to transformation. It only goes one way, up that way, and there's a heel spur piece here. That's his articulation. He does come with an alternate head, which you do just push on the back of his mohawk piece here, which releases the front of his face. And you have a little stern looking face here. For Ironhide, my eyes are not blotchy, the paint is nice on it. And then he does come with this open face mouth, which plugs in. And now he has this open face mouth here, which looks nice. And this head does fit better on Ironhide than this face seems to flop off a little easier. It stays on, but not as nicely as open mouth face. So there's a nice Autobot logo right on there, painted right on. Not unlike the Ratchet sticker sheet that you will get, which gives you the option of putting stickers on. Got some nice chrome. I heard there's a bunch of problems with the chrome flaking on the front of their bumpers here. I don't really seem to have any chrome flakes or issues like that, so that's looking nice. Or on the heel spurs on the back of the chrome with the tailpipe sticking out on that one, there's no flaking of any of the chrome. Or the headlights, there's no flaking at all. So there's some nice orange signals painted on in there, and a couple wipers for the windshield with a nice blue tint for the window. But he is looking really nice in robot mode. But he comes with a ton of accessories. I'm going to go over them really quick. He has this shoulder cannon, which is actually called a missile launcher on the instructions, and it comes with this chrome missile, plugs right in. There's no springy launcher or anything like that, but you can just pull it out. I do not have the original Ironhide at all. This piece kind of folds up in itself. Has some bendable joints, and it just plugs straight into the back, and it goes over his shoulder like so, and you can pose it or move it or however you want. He also comes with this jetpack piece here with two blast effects that click right on. All the pieces are stored into this sled with little different peg holes and notches and everything, and you just plug the jetpack right into his back. Looks really nice. He has this radar dish, plugs into his forearm. I'm going to quickly slide in this piece here, which I believe helps scan for the Dinobots or the skeletons of the Dinobots in the volcano. But that just slips in there really nice and pops in and out. That's that. Then he also comes with, this is the static laser gun, and his hands open up really wide, and there's a little notch on the handle which fit into the notch of his hand, and you just want to go in kind of sideways and then close his hand right up on it. Not hard to get in. There's no stress marks or anything like that. You just got to twist it far enough and keep it kind of straight. In and straight. And it works perfectly fine. And then he comes with two pistols, laser pistols, which actually go in exactly the same way. for each hand. They're identical. They're not chromy, they're just silver painted, as to where his static laser gun was like a chrome to it. These little pistols and the radar dish are just silver paint. So they just go in, you want to turn it, and then close the hand up on it. And then he has a couple of pistols. Cowboy Ironhide style. So pop those out. Then he also has 3 sets of different hands, which all want to be his hand. You have to actually transform his hand back into as if he was going back into vehicle mode. He has these little notches on the front, and the hands just fold right back in. And then he has 3 different sets of hands. They're all different liquid shooters, they say on the instructions, but there's a little notch there, and you just plug these in, and his hands look like they're doing different. Some shot cement, some shot lava, some shot some glue, or some sort of things like that. And they all just simply get swapped out. And then he has the hands, alternate hands. It looks like he's shooting some sort of liquid shooter out of his fingertips. So that's again a neat little thing, and this is all reminiscent of his G1 figure, where half of him transformed into a robot and the other half turned into a little sled with some treads. It would have been nice if they could have worked some treads transformed into this, just for display ability, or make him like stand on it as like a battle platform or something. Sorry if this review is taking a little longer than normal. Now from the back, he does have quite a few screw holes everywhere, but with him being Ironhide, I don't mind it looking irony type, like screw look rugged kind of thing. And even on the top he has a bunch of screw holes, but again, I don't mind it. Just for some numbers for you. Midgeon under 8.5 inches tall. It's really neat how everything is stored just on this sled, all the accessories. So it is really cool. Even the face has a spot plugged into for the bottom of the sled, so you don't lose anything. And you can keep that displayed off to the side. It's really nice. Here's a comparison again with a couple other Ironhide generations and movie Ironhide. Ironhide in the movie was black. It's just the deluxe version of Ironhide. And here's a quick size comparison with the masterpieces that we've had throughout the years, starting with MP01, the biggest Optimus Prime. There was no real scale back then for the size of the figures, but he started off, and he's a lot of die-cast metal. He started off with MP01, and then as we progressed, we've defined a scale almost now with the Masterpiece line. So they redid Optimus Prime as MP10, so there were 10 different figures or repaints within that one and that one of Optimus. So the rest of these figures now are in scale with Optimus, as to where we had Sideswipe here, which was MP12, and then we had Bumblebee, who was MP21, and now we have Ironhide, who is MP27. So this line is not slowing down, and in fact we're getting more and more Masterpiece figures every year. And I'm looking forward to Masterpiece Optimus Primal, which is a gorilla from the Beast Wars era, which basically rejuvenated the Transformers and probably led the way for these figures to be made. But I just chose a bunch of the red figures to show off the different red and Bumblebee way down there and the sled. I enjoy this figure very much. It's nice how well they incorporated the entire van into the transformation and then gave us this bonus storage platform. So these guys standing on the shelf together will look nice. And he fits into the Masterpiece scale perfectly, so I enjoy this Masterpiece Ironhide, and I hope you do too. But that is my video review of Masterpiece Ironhide. So make sure you enjoy the play.
Prime, would you get a load of this? It says I only have a fire blast of 7.
Yes, Ironhide, we all have certain abilities that make us us.
That's crazy talk, Prime. And check this out. It says I just weigh over 1,000 kilograms when I'm empty. I'm never empty.
Yes, Ironhide, sometimes these stats don't make sense.
Who comes up with these things? Oh, by golly.
Oh no, Ironhide. Cup's Energon chili must be kicking in.
You got that right, Prime. Woo-wee. I must weigh under 1,000 kilograms after that release.
You're right, Ironhide. You should have a higher fire blast ranking than 7.
That's what I was saying, Prime.